Association. DEMPO Sports Club warming up today. Looks like Uttam Rai is back to full fitness. He had injured his hamstring, and that could be big news for DEMPO Sports Club.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another day of the Goa Professional League here at Dulert Stadium. Today is a big encounter as the DEMPO Sports Club will clash against Calangute Association, and I have with me the head coach of DEMPO Sports Club, Samir Naik. Samir, how do you take this encounter as you are facing one of the brilliant team in this tournament?
We actually, all the teams are good here, so we take all the matches seriously. So we are prepared well for that.
You said you're prepared well for it. We have also seen that Calangute Association is a strong side, that side. So how do you take this match personally?
It's going to be a tough match, but then I think boys are prepared for that.
All right, thank you so much, Samir. We'll see you later. Thank you. Well, that's all we have from the DEMPO side. We'll go to the other side to see what Calangute has to say as they take on DEMPO Sports Club here at Dulert Stadium.
A confident Samir Naik coming into this match, because as we suspected, Uttam Rai has come back into the 11. It is Melroy Fernandez, Shubham Malvankar, Bhivan De Mello, who's been in fantastic form, Danston Fernandez, Kirtikesh Gadekar, Edwin Vegas also comes back into the team, Daryl Mascarenas, the man we just mentioned, Uttam Rai, Richard Cardos, Albert Gonzalez retains his position, Shan Shalom Perez. And now we see Calangute Association. Boy, have they been a team which has been on the rise in this year's Selvar Goa Professional League, and they have really caught the eyes of all present in the Selvar Goa Professional League.
Yes, after speaking to DEMPO's side, I am on the other side to see what Calangute Association has to say as they take on DEMPO Sports Club here at Dulert Stadium. Coach, one of the most crucial match that you guys will be playing today. So how do you take this match?
I take it as every other match. So what I believe is no team is weak in the game. So I take it as same as like the other games we played. Yeah.
Like the other games, will we see Calangute Association going home with 3 points or a victory tonight?
Yeah, the boys are confident. So I think we are going for 3 points, nothing more, nothing else.
We have seen in DEMPO Sports Club, they are good in the attacking side, especially from the wings out there. So what have you kept in mind to make sure that you spoil their celebration?
We know, all the players know each other. Yeah, so the boys knows who's playing, what he's playing. So we are, at least I can say we are ready for them.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Thank you. Well, that's all we have in the pre-match interaction here at Dulert Stadium. With me, Clinton D'Souza. I will see you later. But now enjoy this kickoff in next couple of minutes between DEMPO Sports Club and Calangute Association.
Very nonchalant in his approach, Valentine Azuego. He should be a confident man after a fantastic performance against Vasco. This is their first 11 for today. Paramveer Singh, Krishnanath Shirodkar, Siddharth Kundaikar, Vineet Paj, Dominic Fernandez, Siddhant Shirodkar, who's been absolutely sensational so far, Kuame Jr., Chaitan Dabolkar, Nixon Castagna, Fulganko Cardozo, and captained by Melvin Lobo. And there we have the points table, and you know why this is a big one, because it is 4th place DEMPO Sports Club versus Calangute Association. DEMPO on 11 points from 6 matches, whereas Calangute Association on 9 points from 5 matches. This is a real big encounter in the scheme of things of the Selvar Goa Professional League. If Calangute Association can pull off a victory today, they go above DEMPO Sports Club. As we say that, Calangute in red and DEMPO Sports Club in blue today, being led out by the referees. What a crucial encounter, and this is a very strong, a full strength DEMPO Sports Club side which has been put out there by Samir Naik. The same goes for Calangute Association. They've put out their strongest team outside. They are coming off a very, very confident victory against Vasco Sports Club, who were threatening as contenders of the Goa Professional League, but that victory by Calangute Association, that defeat for Vasco Sports Club, has dented the chances. Where they are not out of it yet. The referees for today: Melvin Rosario Di Costa, Jose Rebello, Rowan Pereira, and fourth official Milagros Fernandez. The boys from DEMPO, they know what a big encounter they have on their hands today. Uttam Rai coming back into the team, and as we saw in the first few matches, that Bhivan De Mello and Uttam Rai have an absolute telepathic connection. But if you notice, in this huddle, Fulganco Cardozo is taking the lead. He is talking to these players out there because he is a former DEMPO Sports Club player, Fulganco Cardozo. He will have some inputs about this DEMPO team. Calangute, if they win today, they are right in the mix of the championship, which has not really been the case in long time. But as we have progressed in the tournament, we have seen Calangute Association play some breathtaking football, and Paramveer has also been a revelation on goal. He's been a confident man since the time he's come on, replacing Jeet Gupta on goal. Valentine Azuego is an ever smiling coach of Calangute Association. The match commissioner for today, Francisco Fernandez. We're just waiting for the final check and the right time to kick off. Just waiting for the referee's whistle. It's going to be a thrilling encounter today afternoon at the Dhule Stadium. It'll be interesting to see how Uttam Rai performs today. He's coming back into the mix after missing 5 games in the Selval Goa Professional League. And there is the referee's whistle. This is DEMPO in possession with Daryl Mascarenhas, Kirtikesh Gadekar. DEMPO will be looking to control proceedings right from the offset. They will not look to give any opportunity to this Calangute Association team. They will try to press them right from the word go. Maybe get an early goal, which would calm the nerves down, because this Calangute Association team are no pushovers. They are a team to reckon with, as they proved in their last match against Vasco Sports Club. They have beaten one title contender. Can they beat another? But this time it is DEMPO Sports Club, and it is a very heavyweight name in Goan football, one of the most successful clubs in Goan football. This is Richard Cardos with an early free kick. The ball comes in, and the header from Albert Gonzalez has gone over Paramveer's goal. Talking about Paramveer, he has been extremely effective and fearless in his approach since the time he's come on. Paramveer Singh. He's instilled confidence in that Calangute Association backline. Stanston Fernandez playing it back to Shalom, and that's a fantastic ball from Shalom Perez to Richard Cardoz, but Richard's first time ball couldn't find the preferred destination. This is Siddhant Shirodkar, who's been phenomenal in the last two games. A Calangute Association player is down on the ground at the moment. Pretty early on in the game, and that is Kwame Jr., I think, which is on the ground. Not very happy over there, Kwame Jr. Just trying to explain to the referee what happened there. Darrell starts proceedings again. Tries moving forward. Jumps into the challenge, and boy, that's a very, very early yellow card. And a very clumsy one too for Krishnanath, because he jumped into this challenge as the ball came. Look at that. That is very dangerous from Krishnanath Shirodkar. He has to be very careful now throughout the game. The DEMPO players are surrounding the referee at the moment, and you can see why, because those kind of tackles are career threatening challenges, and that is absolutely not done from Krishnanath. We've seen referees give red cards for those kind of challenges. Krishnanath, I think, is a lucky man to stay on, and you can hear Bevan DeMello quite frustrated at the moment. You see Krishnanath in the screen, and we'll see, go back to that challenge again. You'll see how, look at that from Krishnanath. That is very ferocious from that man, and a yellow card brandished by the referee straight away. However, the referee and the players get on with the game. And another free kick for Shalom Perez. Puts it into the box. And well defended again by Fulganko. This is Siddharth Kundaikar. This is put back into the box by DEMPO, and this is Daryl Mascarenas again. Kwame Jr. fighting with Shalom for the ball, but Perez wins that header. Nixon Castagna with the throw-in. Nixon throws it to Kwame, who's shielding off Daryl Mascarenas. Gets past that first challenge. Still not happy there, Kwame Jr. Looks a little frustrated to start this game off with. And again that, and this time Perez kind of holding on to Kwame Jr., who's frustrated yet again. Cannot believe he didn't get that foul by Shalom Perez, but already just 6 minutes into the match, this looks like an intense encounter. This is Albert Gonzalez on the left hand side. Tries to shimmies his way past Nixon Castagna, but his cross has gone beyond the goal post and out for a goal kick. There's that cross, but it has gone over Paramveer's goal. We were talking about the likes of Danston Fernandez, Kirtikesh Gadekar, who's been sensational in the middle of the park for DEMPO Sports Club in the last few matches, especially Danston, so young, an under 20 player, a huge prospect for the future. Danston Fernandez. But a big miss all these days was Uttam Rai, but he is back into this team. We've not seen him in action so far. He might be a little bit rusty coming into this game, not enough match practice, but it's finally good to see him back onto the field. Uttam Rai for DEMPO Sports Club, but this is Nixon Castagna in possession. Plays it long, Nixon. Looking for Siddhant Shirodkar, but cannot keep it in. We have to be aware of the threats that this Calangute Association team possesses. DEMPO, especially with the likes of Siddhant Shirodkar, who's been in absolutely sensational form. And then Krishnanath again fouling Pivan De Mello. He has a big job on his hands today, and that early yellow card might just make him a little conscious while in defense, but so far so good for Calangute Association. This is Danston going body to body with Vineet, and Vineet shoulders him off the ball, and this is Shubham Malvankar who clears the ball off. Shubham playing in place of Gaurav Vaigankar, who's injured for DEMPO Sports Club. Gaurav, a new signing this season for DEMPO, has also been an impressive addition to the team, but unfortunately for DEMPO, he has been off the field in the last 3 matches, and so Shubham Malvankar coming in his place and doing a decent job. I must say, he's been also very good. It just goes to show that this DEMPO team have good depth about them. This is Pivan De Mello to Shubham Malvankar. This is Kirtikesh. Loses the ball, sends it long. This is Edwin Vegas. Leaves the ball for Melroy. This is Danston. Turns out elegantly in the middle. This is Kirtikesh. Kirtikesh's ball easily dealt with by Melvin Lobo. Melvin looking for Vineet, and then it does go out for a DEMPO throw-in. Where the referee, yes, overrules the assistant's call and calls for a Calangute Association throw-in. Not very happy there, the Calangute players, but the referees are only human and they can make mistakes. And another throw-in for Calangute Association. This is Vineet. Vineet with an absolutely exquisite ball to Siddharth Kundaikar, and the ball again, shouts of handball from the Calangute players. This is Kwame Jr. and again this Kwame Jr. just dramatically goes on the ground in amazement that he's not been given that foul. This is a very exciting start to the game, and the referee is being put under immense pressure, but I think that he's doing a good job so far. But the pressure getting to Albert Gonzalez. We'll look at his ball again, exquisite from Vineet Bajj, and then Siddharth Kundaikar's ball. He cannot really give that handball from Shubham Malwankar. The play continues. This is Albert Gonzalez looking for the run of Uttam Rai, but goes straight to Krishnanath. Nixon Castagna and Perez fouls Siddhant Shirodkar. Just running into him there, Perez. Nixon takes it early, which that was pretty aimless from Nixon Castagna. Straight away looks at the coach Valentine Azuego and apologizes, because that's something that he wouldn't appreciate. Valentine, waste of a free kick. Melroy plays it to Shubham. Shubham goes long. Again a poor ball, easily headed out by Krishnanath, and then the clearance comes from him again, and it'll go out for a Paramveer goal kick. So far it's been no one's game. It's been a game which has dwindled around the midfield region. What an encounter this promises to be. We can see the intensity out there. We can see how important it is for these two teams to log in 3 full points today. But so far in this battle, no one's really made inroads into the other. Fulvanko's long throw-in comes off Kwame Jr. This is Richard Cardoz to Tanston. Kirtikesh. Beautiful touch from Bevan De Mello. This is Richard Cardoz. Cuts in. Looks for the run of Shubham. Gets it. Plays it to Shubham. And then it's deflected out by Siddhant Kundaiker for a throw-in. Shubham takes the throw quick. Look at that touch from Bevan De Mello. This is Richard Cardoz. Cuts in, and then the left-footed shot has gone wide. But look at this touch again from Bevan De Mello. Just so elegant, so graceful in his football. Bevan De Mello, we know what Bevan is capable of in those positions. He just lays it off elegantly down for Richard Cardoz, who was making that run. Couldn't quite take advantage of it. We've seen Richard score an absolute screamer against FC Goa, but this time on his left foot he puts it wide. This is Tanston Fernandez to Richard. Bevan De Mello looks for the run of Richard again, but well defended by Siddharth Kundaiker. It is Dominic, and then Siddhant does well to get past Tanston, but has been pulled back by the young lad. Takes it quickly. Melvin Lobo spreads it out to Chaitan Dabolkar. We haven't seen much of him. He's a dangerous player on that right hand side for Calangute Association. This is Nixon Castagna. This is Chaitan again. Beautifully done for Chaitan, but Perez doing very well. Coming and covering up for Daryl Mascarenas. Nixon with the long throw-in into the box. Perez's header meets the throw-in, and Kirtikesh clears it. Easily collected by Melvin Lobo, but it's given away to Richard Cardo. This is Bevan De Mello again. Retains the ball excellently as always. This is Kirtikesh. Shubham Malwankar. Tanston. Poor touch from Albert Gonzalez, but he keeps it under control. Danston. Daryl back to Danston again. Uttam Rai plays that 1-2 but doesn't get the run of Danston. Again, very well headed by Shubham. This is Richard Cardoz. The cross comes in. Nixon heads it calmly to Paramveer. Spreads it out immediately to Chaitan Dabolkar. Both teams really going at it today. This is Siddhant Shirodkar against Shalom Perez. Beautifully done by Perez. Danston to Kirtikesh. It's really a battle in the midfield region. Danston and Kirtikesh versus the likes of Vineet Budge, Siddhant Kundaikar and Dominic Fernandez. There's that ball from Kirtikesh, but Richard Cardoz already running into an offside position. Melvin's ball finds Kundaikar on the left hand side. Fulganko back to Melvin. Melvin plays it back to Paramveer. Dominic tries to spread it out to the right hand side. Nixon gets it. This is Chaitan Dabolkar. This is good movement from Calangute Association. Vineet's left footed ball is spread out to Kundaikar, and it's a good ball forward to Kwame Jr. Kwame tries to play in Shirodkar, but it's been won by the Dempo defense, and it has set Uttam Rai down the left hand side with some space, and this is Albert Gonzalez running onto the ball, but Nixon Castagna has cleared that out for a throw-in. Darrell quickly takes a throw-in to Danston. Kirtikesh. Bevan DeMello has been fouled there by Vineet. A new look Vineet Budge today. The long head Vineet has become a short head Vineet today. But the quality and skill hasn't changed for Vineet Budge, although this is a free kick in a very dangerous area for Dempo Sports Club, and Shalom Perez has scored free kicks from these kind of positions in the past. What can he do here? Shalom Perez, the experienced man. Perez with the free kick, but it has gone way over the bar. More like the likes of Sergio Ramos. Shalom Perez likes to get forward at times and likes to take those free kicks. A technique more like Ramos, but not quite the accuracy of that legendary Sergio Ramos. Nevertheless, this is Paramveer who is going to take this goal kick for Calangute Association. Goes for the long kick, and foul given away by Danston. Dominic wins the foul, and this is a Calangute Association free kick. Melvin Lobo. Melvin floats it forward, gets a run. Kwame Jr. has been flagged offside by the assistant referee. We'll see that run again from Kwame Jr. already standing in an offside position. Melra to take the free kick. The header comes in from Siddhant Kundaikar, and then Kundaikar misses it. This is Kirtikesh. The ball trying to find Chetan, but it's been intercepted by Daryl Mascarenas. This is Daryl dancing his way forward. Bevan DeMello and Kundaikar heads it out for a Dempo throw-in. Bevan DeMello on the turn, takes the right-footed shot, looking for Uttam Rai, but well defended by Melvin Lobo. This is Vineet's header. Daryl finds Uttam Rai, who plays it back to Danston. Kirtikesh plays it right to Richard Cardos. His ball in, but he has been flagged offside yet again. Quite clearly yards offside there, Richard Cardos. Paramveer will take this goal kick. This time Kwame Jr. gives the free kick away. Perez to Danston. Both teams coming into this match in very good form. They've been on a winning streak. Very impressive football too from both the teams in the last two matches. Dempo coming back from 1 goal down, but turned it around against Panjim footballers in that second half, in a very devastating second half that they played against Panjim footballers. Absolutely demolished the young team from Panjim. But that's been the story for both these teams. They've gotten better as the league has progressed, but it's been a slight inconsistent form that has really led them to stay in the mid-table region as they are in the 4th and 5th positions, Dempo Sports Club and Calangute respectively, which is why this is a very crucial encounter. Calangute on 9 points, having played 1 match lesser than Dempo Sports Club, who are on 11 points. What a big chance for Calangute Association to go above the likes of Dempo Sports Club with 1 game in hand. That is a big opportunity, because that will surely announce their prospects of the title. Fulganko stripped off the ball there. This is Kirtikesh. Tanston. This is Albert Gonzalez. Talking about the opportunity that Calangute have today in going above Dempo, but we all know the class that Dempo possess, and it will not be an easy task to dominate this Dempo Sports Club team, as we see that offside again from Richard Cardos quite clearly. This is a very impressive Dempo Sports Club team, very organized. The management have done well to hold on to the players over the years, and this is a good mixture of youth and experience in their ranks. Melvin Lobo chests it down for Krishnanath. This is Nixon Castagna. This is Dominic Fernandez moving forward in the midfield. Dominic plays it to Melvin. It's Fulganko Cardozo. Dominic. Nixon. Nixon's long ball. This is Siddharth Shirodkar! Wow! He has opened the scoring yet again! Can anyone stop this man at the moment? Siddharth Shirodkar, but let's not get over the ball from Nixon Castagna. Look at this from Nixon Castagna. Looks over his shoulder. Plays a beautifully weighted ball, and Siddharth Shirodkar has delicately chipped it over Melroy Fernandez. Look at this angle from Nixon Castagna and that run from Siddharth Shirodkar. What a delight to watch this man Siddharth Shirodkar right now, because he is a man right on top of his game. A young player, an under 20 player playing for Calangute Association, making his mark in this year's Selval Goa Professional League. And boy, hasn't he been a revelation for Calangute Association in this year's league. This is Melvin Lobo. And Fulganko's ball goes straight to Shalom Perez, and DEMPO have to come back. Once again, they did it in their last match against Panjim footballers. But I think today it is going to be a much more difficult task than what they faced against the likes of Panjim footballers, with all due respect to them, because this Calangute Association team is riding very high on confidence at the moment. They are good going up front, they are very organized at the back, and into the midfield, which packs quite a punch. We can see the owner of Calangute Association in the stands, and he must be a very happy man. Not quite the same for Samir Naik, because this could very well dent their hopes of the title. Calangute Association are really impressing. Look at this move now. Chaitan Dabolkar's crossing, and another chance. It's a beautifully weighted and cross from Chaitan Dabolkar. Look at that move from Calangute Association. I think that was Siddhant again with that header. Just couldn't twist his neck enough to get that ball on target. I think that was Dominic Fernandez with the header actually. Not quite getting enough turn on the ball. This is Stansted. DEMPO definitely have a game on their hands, and so do we, because this really is a shocker for football fans. But very honestly, this hasn't really surprised me, because Calangute Association have really been a team on the rise, and you can only take them lightly at your own risk, as DEMPO Sports Club are finding it right now, as the referee calls for the cooling break. Siddharth Shirodkar, the man again, putting Calangute Association 1-0 up against DEMPO Sports Club. Valentine Azuego will be a happy man. He said it in the pre-match conference that he is confident about his team's abilities, and he doesn't really care about who their boys are playing, because all teams are equally strong in this year's league, and that kind of an attitude is transcending onto his players right now. And there you see the owner of Calangute Association, quite a happy man. And look at that man, Nixon Castagna. He's been Very impressive on the right hand side for Calangute in this year's Goa Professional League. We can see the supporters outside the stadium looking on with a lot of intent, because what they're seeing right now at the Dulair Stadium are not what they're normally used to see, because DEMPO Sports Club being behind against the likes of Calangute Association is not an everyday sight, but it is happening right now as the cross comes in and Paramveer will collect that with ease. We've seen DEMPO Sports Club come back before many a times, but this is going to be a different game altogether. This is Perez, switches it wide to Bevan DeMello, who heads it back to Danston. Danston trying to quicken the pace in the midfield area. DEMPO Sports Club. Kirtikesh plays it to Daryl to Bevan, but it's won by Nixon. Castagna plays it back to Krishnanath. This is Kwame Jr. and Perez comes out from the back and puts it out for a throw-in. And that man Nixon Castagna, who provided that ball for Siddhant Shirodkar, will take this throw in again. Nixon throws it to Kwame. This is Dominic Fernandez, switches it to Fulganko, the former DEMPO player Fulganko Cardozo. This is Siddhant Shirodkar, does well, puts the cross in, and this is 2-0 to Calangute Association. Kwame Jr. with the movement. Look at that celebration from Kwame Jr. This is a different ball game altogether right now with Calangute Association absolutely dominating proceedings against DEMPO Sports. Look at this walk from Siddhant Shirodkar. He gets up immediately, puts that ball in, and look at that movement, look at that header. No one tracking him. Where is the DEMPO defense? What are we seeing at the Dulair Stadium? Kwame Jr. has rocked DEMPO Sports Club. What a scoreline we have on the cards today. DEMPO Sports Club 0, Calangute Association 2, 35 minutes played. I must say this is the most impressive first half display we've seen in the Selvar Goa Professional League this year. DEMPO have hardly had a look in. And look at the calmness of Paramveer, easily handling that ball, chesting it down for himself. As shell-shocked that DEMPO Sports Club players are right now, there is a deafening silence amongst the DEMPO supporters outside the stadium. You can see a shell-shocked dugout for DEMPO Sports Club with Samir Naik almost astonished at what he's seeing right now at the moment from Calangute Association. If there's ever been an announcement of title contenders, this is it from Calangute Association. Sporting Club the Goa Salgaonkar Football Club, please take notice, because Calangute Association are going nowhere and they are coming right at you. And another cross meets Siddhant Shirodkar's head, and it's just gone out for a goal kick. And again Siddhant Shirodkar, This time Shubham Malvankar scrambling back to give away a throw-in. Not that we didn't anticipate the intensity in today's clash, but this has been very, very high level football from Calangute Association. Again, a beautiful turn from Siddhant Shirodkar, but just the ball just rolling out for a goal kick. This is Danston. But DEMPO really need to keep their calm here, because they have to trust their abilities to get back into the game with the likes of Bevan De Mello, Uttam Rai, Danston Fernandez, Richard Cardos. They are capable of pulling this game back. And they cannot go haywire at the moment, because that will only cause more trouble for them, as Bevan De Mello brings down Chaitan Dabolkar, who stayed on the ground clutching the back of his head. You see Chaitan, and then pulled down by Bevan, and Bevan's trailing leg just catches the back of the head. Bevan is almost shell-shocked down there. Melvin just leaving it for Krishnanath to take it. This is Krishnanath. Takes it long. Kwame Jr.'s flick on has landed up straight with Kirtikesh. Danston. How many times have we seen this DEMPO team dominated in the way they have been today? They have been outplayed and outclassed so far by this Calangute Association team. After that first goal, we thought we'd see a more pressing DEMPO team, but it has been Calangute Association. All in all, throughout this game, they've hardly had an inch. DEMPO Sports Club. Kwame Jr. and Siddhant Shirodkar not letting the defenders of DEMPO 1 second's rest, because they are pressing them high up. They're not allowing them to play out from the back. But if you've noticed something, Edwin Vegas coming in to the 11 today has looked a tad bit slow in his movement, and the likes of Siddhant Shirodkar and Kwame Jr. have got that extra 1 or 2 yards on him today. This is Fulganko Cardozo. Throws it long. This is Vineet. Vineet plays it wide, beautifully spread out to Chaitan Dabolkar. This is Chaitan. What a beautifully played ball. Look at this movement. Vineet's ball straight to Melroy. Look at that immediate pressing from Dominic. They are not letting this DEMPO team out of that box. They are really pressing them high whenever they try to play it out from the back. Look at this ball from Chaitan Dabolkar, and then Vineet trying to cut it back for Siddhant Shirodkar, but it goes straight into the hands of Melroy Fernandez. A quick throw taken by Richard Cardo. This is Danston. Danston and Kirtikesh haven't had the impact that we normally see them having, and Nixon again with a beautiful tackle against Darrell. Chaitan puts it out for a DEMPO throw, and this is Danston Fernandez, plays it back. This is Edwin Vegas. Darrell. Uttam Rai to Bevan De Mello. Kirtikesh. Richard Cardos tries to take that shot, but blocked by Dominic Fernandez. This is Kwame Jr. We saw that very expansive and entertaining celebration from Kwame Jr. after he scored that second goal. Always good to watch his celebrations after he scores, Kwame Jr. As Shubham has brought down Kwame, I think, over there. Melvin Lobo is the one walking over to the referee to keep his words ringing in the referee's ear. How can you point out just one player in this Calangute Association team? Yes, Siddhant Kundaikar gave that cross. Siddhant Shirodkar and Kwame Jr. scored those goals. Nixon Castagna also, but take nothing away from the likes of Melvin Lobo, Krishnanath Shirodkar, Dominic Fernandez, Vineet Budge. They've worked all as a complete unit, and they've outdone this DEMPO Sports Club team. As another ball comes in and Melroy punches it out, and this is danger. Not yet over for DEMPO. This is Chaitan Dabolkar's cross in, but straight to Melroy this time. Melroy rolls it to Shalom Perez. Shalom to Kirtikesh. This is Bevan DeMello. And Shubham's long ball in, looking for the run of Albert Gonzalez! As Paramveer comes down to close it. That was a good opportunity, quite against the run of play, I must say, and you will be surprised to hear that from me, but that has gone out of Paramveer for a goal kick. How Calangute would love to go into the lemon break, preserving their 2-goal lead, as this corner comes in from Richard Cardoz, and another punch out from Paramveer. This is still not over for DEMPO, this attack. This is Shalom Perez against Fulganko, going shoulder to shoulder with Perez. This is Perez who loses out to Fulganko, and then Chaitan clears it, and Daryl Mascarenas puts it out for a throw-in for Calangute Association. 44 minutes on the clock. Whether you can believe it or not, it is Calangute Association 2, DEMPO Sports Club 0. And this is Nixon Castagna. The cross gets deflected, and this is Kirtikesh. Edwin Vegas. Edwin's long ball comes in now, easily dealt with Krishnanath. They have to find another way to get past this defense of Calangute Association. There's the confirmation from the assistant referee. 3 minutes of added on time at the end of this first half. This is Perez. And DEMPO, how desperately they'll be looking to pull one goal at least back before the half-time whistle. It would give Samir Naik and his boys to something to build on going into the second half. A very excited bench of Calangute Association, and why shouldn't they be, because they're leading the Golden Eagles 2-0 with 2 minutes to go before halftime. Edwin throws it back to Melroy. Melroy to Daryl. Daryl plays it to Melroy. Melroy goes long, has to go long rather, because again the Calangute Association players, the forwards, all pressing the defense of DEMPO. They cannot play out from the back at the moment. This is Fulganko. throws it. Dominic Fernandez tries to retain the ball, gets it back from Bevan DeMello. This is Dominic again, beautifully done. Siddhant Kundaikar crosses it in. Chaitan Dabolkar coming in. This is Dominic Fernandez again. Plays it back. Nixon's ball in. Curls it in, but headed by Edwin Vegas. This is Danston Fernandez. This is end-to-end stuff right now at the Dulair Stadium. Richard Cardos plays it to Bevan DeMello. Tries to get past Fulganko, but the referee has given it the other way. We expect DEMPO to attack this Calangute team, but it is Calangute Association who are stringing good attacks together at the moment. They are completely all over DEMPO Sports Club. This is Dominic Fernandez's ball, beautifully guided again. Siddhant Kundaikar now. Fulganko to Vineet. Back to Fulganko. Plays it back to Melvin Lobo. Melvin's ball back is not the most impressive one, and Paramveer comes out, protects the corner, sends it out for a throw-in, and this is another throw-in for Richard Cardos. And should be another throw-in for DEMPO. Look at this from Calangute Association. And as the referee brings the first half to a close, we have a very silent Dulair Stadium, a very silent DEMPO bench, but a very excited Calangute Association bench and players. The DEMPO bench looks amazed and astonished at what they've seen in that first half, because at the end of this first half, as the referees are walking out, it has been the most impressive display by a team really on the rise, announcing their rival for the title contention, as Calangute Association at halftime lead DEMPO Sports Club 2-0.
Tomorrow's match of the Silver Goa Professional League will be
It is a big match in the scheme of things because Panjim footballers have surprised in the Selval Goa Professional League. The likes of Liston Cardozo, Akash Sanadi and Lloyd Cardozo have been extremely impressive in that Goan derby against Salgaonkar. Joyson chasing, but this is a good ball. Bevan DeMello coming forward. He's lost the ball there, the goalkeeper, Preston. It's a beautiful ball played from Kirtikesh. This is Richard Cardos with the shot! Richard Cardos to walk out, but he did have that shot and got a brilliant save out of Preston Rego. Kirtikesh. It's a beautiful ball played to Latesh Manrekar. This is some much injected. Latesh Manrekar with the shot. It was beautifully played by Kirtikesh. What an idea of that ball given to. Looking for Bevan DeMello. And Prussell not at all happy with that decision. Shalom Perez, that's a good free kick. This is where strikers on their points. Bevan DeMello again beautifully played. Preston Rego has lost that, and what a chance again. Danston Fernandez. Lokesh with a brilliant ball to Valmiki. This is a chance. This is, oh, what a goal! Panjim footballers are shocked. DEMPO over here. And that is surely to get in a spring in their step, and look at that pull from Latesh Manrekar, which will surely give him a yellow card from the referee. Yes, that is a yellow card for Latesh Manrekar. Referee finally blows half-time whistle, and what a half of football this has been for Panjim footballers. Akram blocks it, but Suraj Hatkonkar this time. This is Bevan DeMello, and finally Richard Cardos just lays it on a platter. Bevan DeMello gets up and slots it past a team which is firing on all cylinders. This is Suraj Hatkonkar with another cross. What a save! And that is the second goal. Bevan DeMello, the captain. He has made amends for that early miss out in the second half, and DEMPO Sports Club in the matter of 12 minutes. Danston blatantly pushes Akash there to give away the foul. Pedro Gonçalves with a good ball in, and that should be game, set and match for DEMPO Sports Club. And there is the final whistle. A scoreline which read DEMPO Sports Club 3, Panjim footballers 1. Teams walk in led by the referees. And the referee's whistle blows, and Velsau starts proceedings with Marcus Mascarenhas chasing them down. And this is a through to Savlon Cardozo early on for Sporting. Playing quick square passes. And the long ball comes in from Brian. And this is Jesloy Moniz. The first yellow card very early on in the game. This is a good run. Alan Pixoto wins the second corner. Course, and the ball comes in. That is a chance, and that is the first goal. And look at this header. Absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper. Plays it short. The shot comes in, and it is just the top of the net. That was a close call for Sporting. That's a beautiful ball through. This is Rohit Totad, and that is the second goal. Wing of play, and then Rohit Totad with an absolutely clinical finish with his left foot. Presley Mascarenhas has no chance of saving that. Artin Vaz is really an example of it in the defense, and the corner comes in, and that is dangerous. But Ozin Silva just gets back on town. And another corner comes in, this time Ozin Silva. The volley comes in, and that has been cleared off the line. Gautam Dias' clearance has taken a deflection off a Velsau player and gone out for a goal kick. That is the halftime whistle from the referee. Finally, the halftime score. It is Velsau Sports and Cultural Club 0, Sporting Club de Goa 2. This is a chance. Sachidanand! Will that be cleared? And that is cleared off the line. What a breathtaking save that is. That had only one destination, and that is the back of the net. And this is Marcus Mascarenhas with a chance. Marcus Mascarenhas has made it 3-0 to Sporting Club de Goa. And this is Jeswar Moniz, who was put through on goal. Then Mascarenhas' free kick, and Nazin Silva. Sachidanand Satelkar into the box now. And he has scored the 4th goal for Sporting Club de Goa. Justin Cardoz and Gautam Dai standing over the ball. This is most likely Justin Cardoz. He's going to take it. And there is the final whistle from the referee. The full-time story here. West South Sports and Cultural Club 0. Sporting Club de Goa 4-goal thumping. And we're all set at the Dulher Stadium as the boys and the referees lead the two teams out in the middle. Two new captains for two teams. Devnath Mondal captaining Churchill Brothers out today, and Dominic Roy Suarez captaining Sessa Football Academy today. We're just waiting for the referee's whistle, and it comes. This is Asif Ali Molla trying to go on a wriggly run. That's beautifully done by Asif. Asif tries to thread it through for Rakesh Das, but it is intercepted by the defense. Marito looking for Rakesh Das's run. Rakesh Das does end up fouling Maran Pereira there. But in the meantime, this is Rakesh Das, and this is Maran Mendes' shot. Frankie looking for Trijoy. This is Rakesh Das. Trijoy dies. And the through ball to Rakesh Das. Joban Cardozo plays a good ball to Yagya. Yagya does well. Can he keep it in? Yagya with the cross, and this is a chance, and he does it there. Trijoy has scored the first goal for Churchill Brothers. Boy, did they need that. At the end of this halftime whistle, rather, from the referee, is leading 1-0. He's got a brilliant left foot, Yagya Kapoor. Corner kick comes in. Maran Mendes with the free header. This is Samir Kashyap, does very well against Yagya Kapoor and concedes the foul. Vishnu Gosavi's corner comes in. Kayetan Fernandez's rise. It's still drilling, and that's a shot in. It's still coming, and that's a block at the right time. But this is Rakesh Das on the counter-attack. One-on-one with Aniket, and he ends up fouling Aniket. He doesn't have the legs, and the referee does show a yellow card to Rakesh Das. This is going to be a long throw-in again. Ball comes in, that is dangerous, and not a chance. Maran Mendes' flick on, easily collected in the end by Sapam Singh. There's Sandeep and Joban fighting for the ball, and then Vishnu has gone straight at each other. Straight red card to both players, Vishnu Gosavi and Asif. Rakesh Das playing a good 1-2 with Shashad. Shashad still going. Shashad brings the save of Sapam Singh, a double save from Sapam Singh to keep Sessa Football Academy in the game. The final whistle from the referee, and the full-time score here at the Dulher Stadium. It is Churchill Brothers Sporting Club 1, Sessa. Running rings around a DEMPO team, which don't quite know what has hit them at the Dulher this afternoon, as the referee blows the whistle for the second half to commence. Fulganko plays it long, and there's the flick on from Kwame Jr. Straight away Calangute Association on the attack. This is Shubham Malvankar. The flick on, this is a chance. Uttam Roy! It has been cleared off by Krishnanath off the line, but I don't think it would have counted because the referee's whistle had gone, because Uttam Rai was flagged offside. But there is that threat of Bhivan De Mello and Uttam Rai They know each other's movements so well. And it would just take a second to change this game around for DEMPO Sports Club with the likes of Bhivan De Mello and Uttam Rai. The long ball comes in. This is Vineet. Spreads it out to Siddhant Kundaikar, who cannot keep the ball in. This is Shubham. Bhivan getting a piece of Kwame Jr. there, but it's been headed back to Paramveer, who will easily gather it up and hook it up long. He punts it long, looking for Siddhant Shirodkar, who gets it down for Kwame and gets it back from him. And that is an absolutely delightful ball played down the right hand side. This is Chaitan, who cuts in, and the left footed cross has been cleared off by Perez. This is Dominic Fernandez though, with another ball in, looking for Siddhant Kundaikar then, but just missing the radar there. Dominic Fernandez cannot get at the end of it. Kundaikar. This is Perez from the goal kick. Plays it to Edwin Vegas. Edwin plays it long. Straight to Paramveer, who's taking his time here. Takes it long. Shubham's header. This is Richard Cardoz. Plays it straight to Dominic Fernandez, who lobs it past Kirtikesh. Plays in Kwame Jr., who heads it past Shalom Perez and then takes a very good shot, which has been saved by Melroy Fernandez. Calangute Association are not going anywhere. They are not bogging down. They are throwing everything right now at DEMPO Sports Club. This is Edwin Vegas for DEMPO Sports Club, playing out from the back. Perez. Back to Edwin. Plays it to the right hand side to Shubham. Shubham to Uttam Rai. Shubham keeps it in. Nowhere forward right now for DEMPO Sports Club, playing square passes at the back. Then Perez takes the obvious long route, which is again dealt with quite easily by Calangute Association. And there's a brilliant tackle coming in from Dominic. This is Vineet, who draws in the foul. And a substitution being made by Samir Naik. Shubham Malvankar is being taken off, and this is an attacking change being made by Samir Naik. Suraj Hatkonkar coming on for Shubham as Vineet hobbles up onto his feet. We saw the likes of Suraj and Pedro Gonzalez, who came on the second half and completely changed the tie around. Can Suraj do the same today? But this is a different challenge altogether. This is a team which really mean business, a very good team, Calangute Association, and it's just not a 1-goal lead, it is a 2-goal lead at the moment for Calangute Association. This is Uttam Rai, spreads it to Daryl Mascarenas. This ball to Bhivan De Mello, who cannot quite control it. and it has gone out for a corner kick, as it was captain going head to head with DEMPO captain Bevan De Mello. Richard Cardoz will take this corner kick. Richard's corner comes in, and the header brilliantly done by Fulganko. This is Kirtikesh who picks up the ball on the right hand side. Suraj ball in, and Dominic gets it under control. There's a certain calmness about Calangute Association today, and what makes me say that, in normal circumstances where you would see Dominic Fernandez or any other player clear that ball out, Dominic calmly gets it down under control. It just goes to show the confidence that Calangute Association are in right now. They're playing flamboyant football right now. Chaitan Dabolkar with some step overs. They're really enjoying their football here, Calangute Association. This is Fulganko. Now Siddhant Kundaikar toying with the DEMPO players, and that is a dangerous one in. I'm sure Siddhant Kundaikar was looking for a cross, but sometimes those are very awkward for goalkeepers. Headed for the top corner, but thankfully for Melroy, that goes wide of the goal. Edwin, and the long ball again easily dealt with by Melvin Lobo. This is Fulganko. Vineet, Dominic, Nixon Castagna. Poor touch from Siddhant Shirodkar, but again ill-timed jump by Shalom Perez allows Kwame to get on the end of it, and this has been played to the right hand side. Dominic plays in Chaitan. Chaitan's cross in, not enough players, just over the head of Siddhant Shirodkar. Suraj. This is Kirtikesh. This is Perez now, moving in from the back. Perez plays it long again. This aerial route is not quite working today for DEMPO Sports Club. That midfield of Calangute Association of Dominic Fernandez, Vineet are absolutely dominating proceedings right now for Calangute Association. Can DEMPO turn things around? Looks highly unlikely with the way this game has gone. It has been an inspirational performance so far from Calangute Association. This is Bevan De Mello. What can he do? The captain, Bevan De Mello's crossing. Not enough people up front for DEMPO. This is Kirtikesh, and then putting his body on the line, Siddhant Kundaikar. This is Daryl Mascarenas, and then Daryl's cross comes in, and a diving header this time from Krishnanath, and Paramveer was diving in behind him. It has gone out for a corner kick. Really giving their hearts out here, Calangute Association. I can only understand what it has done to their confidence, that victory against Vasco Sports Club. As this ball comes in, and Fulganko's flick on has been brought down by Vineet. It has been cleared off for a throw-in. Quickly taken by Kirtikesh to Daryl. Played it back to Danston Fernandez. Danston plays it square to Perez. This is Albo Gonzalez on the left hand side. Calangute Association finishing 8th on the Goa Professional League table last year. Managed only 20 points. But boy, have they been a revelation so far in this year's league. They have been impressing every game, and as the league is progressing, they are looking like a team which is really going to give the likes of Sporting Salgaukar a run for their money. Siddharth Kandaikar with the clearance. Danston plays it wide. This is Albert Gonzalez crossing it in, but again dealt with easily by Nixon Castagna. This is Richard Cardoz again looking to cross it in, but being closed down by Nixon and Chaitan Dabolkar. And there you see Samir Naik, and that was a chance. We'll see what quite happened there. Paramveer has stayed on the ground. Paramveer is still on the ground right now. And there you can see
Substitution for Kalangute
the substitution
Player out, jersey number 15.
happening for Calangute Association.
Jersey number 11, Daryl Costa.
Chaitan Dabolkar going off, and Daryl Costa, a like for like change for Calangute Association happening. You can see the cheers for Chaitan. He's put in a good shift today. We can also see a DEMPO Sports Club substitution being readied by Samir Naik. Pedro Gonzalez will be the one who will make his way in. It'll be interesting to see who Samir Naik takes off, if he's going all out against this Calangute Association team.
Substitution for DEMPO Sports Club.
Bevan De Mello, the captain, is being taken off.
Steven De Mello.
Has been quite ineffective today, Bevan De Mello, apart from a few fancy flicks and touches in that first half. But what can Pedro Gonzalez produce here? The two men who kind of turned the game around for DEMPO Sports Club in the last encounter against Panjimara on the field. This is Uttam Rai. Suraj. Daryl's cross in will easily be dealt by Calangute Association. This is Richard Cardoz's cross which comes in, headed out, and this is Dominic Fernandez. Nixon going shoulder to shoulder with Danston, and then clears it out for a throw-in. There are two balls on the field right now. The referee instructs them to take it again. This is Richard Cardoz. Richard Cardoz plays it in, and Uttam Rai goes up with a flailing hand which catches Fulganko. His inputs to the Calangute Association team has been of utmost importance. A former DEMPO Sports Club player, he's been very strong in that left back position, covering up for his centre backs when needed. Fulganko Cardozo has been quite the signing for Calangute Association. This is Daryl Mascarenas' clearance. This is Kirtikesh. Danston. Uttam Rai. This is Danston again. Plays in Richard Cardos on the right hand side. The cross comes in from Richard, headed out by Melvin. This is Danston's shot now, blocked by Dominic, and then Siddhant Shirodkar clears it and sends Kwame Jr. on a run against Shalom Perez. What can he do, Kwame Jr.? One-on-one against Perez. Perez standing his ground, and then Junior hits it against him to win the corner for Calangute Association. And that man Siddharth Kundaikar will take this corner kick. We know what he's capable of on that magical left foot of his. Kundaikar's corner in, and that is a header again from Krishnanath Shirodkar. This time it is straight into the hands of Melroy, who sent it up, and then Melvin just volleys it back straight to Edwin Vigas though. This is Suraj Hatkonkar. Uttam Rai plays it back to Suraj. Daryl Mascarenas. Kirtikesh against Pedro Gonzalez, where Pedro loses the ball. Perez wins the header again. This has gotten slightly better for Dempo in terms of possession, but not in terms of the chances created. This is Suraj. Calangute covering all their bases right now, cramping up space for Dempo, forcing them to go back. This is Suraj's cross, and again a free header for Krishnanath to clear it off. This is Daryl's cross, comes in, and then it has gone out of Melvin Lobo for a corner kick. Has been so disciplined, that backline of Calangute: Melvin Lobo, Fulganko, Krishnanath and Nixon, knowing what the job is on hand today. As that corner comes in, it's headed out again by Fulganko. This is Siddharth Kundaikar moving forward, plays the long ball in. This is Siddharth Shirodkar. Siddharth holds up play and wins the corner. Has he, or has it gone out for a goal kick? No, it has been given as a corner. And Daryl Mascarenas thinks otherwise, but Shirodkar wins that corner kick for Calangute Association. Melroy absolutely had no chance with the two goals that Calangute Association scored. Both coming off quality moves from Calangute. This is Dominic Fernandez who's going to take this corner kick as the header comes in. Kwame Jr. has a high foot which is given away, a foul to Dempo. Perez will take it, will look to take it quick, but he leaves it for Melroy, who plays it to Daryl on the right hand side. Suraj plays it back to Daryl, who plays it to Edwin Vigas, and as it has been, a long ball comes in from Edwin and it's headed out by Krishnanath. It's always been Krishnanath or Melvin getting on the end of those long balls from Dempo. This is Richard Cardos. Shields off Daryl Costa and gives away another corner. Can they take advantage of this, Dempo? The corner comes in, and that is a header from Uttam Rai which has just gone wide of the goal. he'll be ruining that chance. Not happy with himself, Uttam Rai, but he was up well over there. But then he just couldn't keep it on target. He was leaning back, but a player of his quality should be hitting the target in those situations. Calangute cannot take it lightly. They're still 2 goals up, but we have seen DEMPO Sports Club come back into matches before, and 1 goal here from DEMPO Sports Club, and this is going to be an interesting last 20 minutes or so at the Dulair Stadium. This is Daryl Mascarenas, plays it wide beautifully to Suraj Hatkonkar, and that's a poor cross under the circumstances, but it has been kept in by Pedro. Somehow it has stayed in and gone out for a DEMPO throw in again. Daryl Mascarenas on the right hand side. Danston turns Vineet, but plays it back to Daryl. This is Suraj. Suraj's ball in again, expertly defended by Krishnanath Shirodkar. They are reading the game so well today, Krishnanath and Melvin. This is Daryl again. Daryl on his right foot crosses it with his left, headed out. This is Kirtikesh, but given away. Daryl tries to move out of the danger zone, but his heavy touch allows another DEMPO throw in, and back in possession DEMPO Sports Club. This is much better from DEMPO Sports Club at the moment. Edwin Vegas plays it to Daryl. Daryl tries to drive in. Daryl keeps it in control under pressure from Siddharth Kundaikar. Kirtikesh plays it back again, forcing DEMPO Sports Club back into their own half. And this is Daryl Mascarenas. Suraj Hatkonkar. Tanston. Suraj plays it back to Perez. Perez tries to play in a weighted ball in, and Fulganko again flicking it on for another corner. I think there's another Calangute Association substitution which is going to take place. I think it's Siddhant Shirodkar, the goal scorer of the first goal. The man of the moment, Siddhant Shirodkar, is the one going off for Calangute Association, and Rohan Uttam Kamble is the man coming on for Siddhant. And a round of applause for the young lad Siddhant Shirodkar, who's been a revelation in the last 3 matches for Calangute Association. Paramveer will take this goal kick.
Substitution for DEMPO Sports Club.
And another substitution coming in. Desmond Pereira coming on place of Albert Gonzalez. Samir Naik really going all out at the moment. An attacking change from Samir Naik. He'll be hoping that they can pull off something in this match. And look at this chance. This is Siddharth Kundaikar! Has he got it through? And almost like Spider-Man, Daryl Costa jumping towards that ball. But Siddharth Kundaikar was through on goal, and then tries that cheeky chip over Melroy, who does well, and then Edwin Vegas clears that ball out for another throw-in. But what a chance to put this game to bed for Calangute Association. And Daryl Costa this time wins the free kick. It was quite interesting to see Daryl Costa running in, giving it his all, jumping towards the ball, almost hanging on to that goal net over there. Daryl Costa. What a chance for Calangute Association to make it 3. And almost no way back for DEMPO. But here's another chance for them. Nixon Castagna standing over this free kick. Nixon's ball in, and the header comes in from Kwame, and it has gone out for a goal kick. This is Edwin Vigas. We're into the last 20 minutes of this very important fixture. This is Pedro Gonzalez who keeps that ball away from two Calangute Association midfielders, and this man Danston Fernandez in your picture. He has not showed up today, or rather I must say that the Calangute midfield hasn't allowed him to show up today with the likes of Vineet Dominic and Siddhant Kundaikar. But he is a young lad and he will learn from these experiences. It has been a very hard encounter for those DEMPO players. Kundaikar there on the ground. He has been a man on a mission today, Siddharth Kundaikar. And there you see a very, very happy owner of Calangute Association. All smiles at the moment. He'll be hoping that those smiles stay on at the end of the 90 minutes today. Melvin Lobo takes that kick, but it's a poor one which is luckily fallen to Daryl Costa. Daryl Costa plays in Vineet, which just evades him with that touch. Vineet's crossing though, and then Rohan Kamle's ball, which was tried to put into the box, has gone out for a goal kick for Melra. This is Daryl Mascarenas moving out of the box, still moving forward and then giving it away cheaply. This is Rohan Kamle. Siddharth Kundaikar. Siddharth with a brilliant ball in again, and it's punched away by Melroy. This is Rohan Kamle, and the referee's whistle has gone, and I think it's for an offside on Kwame Jr. This is Daryl Mascarenas, blocked by Kundaikar. Mascarenas to Danston. Danston looking for options, has none. Plays it back to Kirtikesh, plays it to Perez. Perez driving forward and then playing it to Richard Cardos. Perez gets the free kick from Dominic. Kirtikesh will take this free kick for DEMPO Sports Club. The free kick comes in, and that was a big chance for Edwin Vigas and Paramveer and Fulganko going head to head, and they're criticizing each other as to who should be marking him or whether Paramveer should be coming out and clearing that ball. We'll see that in this replay again. Fulganko and Paramveer going at it against each other, and that is a header which Edwin Vigas will rule missing, because that was a free header, a free chance for DEMPO to get back into this game. However, this is Calangute Association again with Siddharth Kundaikar coming down the left hand side. Puts it up for Vineet against Edwin, who does well. This is Danston. Suraj driving and leaving it for Kirtikesh. This is Danston Fernandez. Danston plays it to Suraj. This is good movement from DEMPO. This is Richard Cardos on the right hand side for DEMPO Sports Club. Again a disappointing cross straight into the hands of Paramveer. He's not had a great game either, Richard Cardos, and Paramveer will hook this right up to the field looking for Kwame, who gets it as we head into the last quarter of the game. And this is Dempo back in possession. Kirtikesh plays in Pedro Gonzalez. Pedro to Suraj. Suraj driving in. Suraj evades 2 challenges. Third challenge, but he's given it away to Daryl Costa. This is Kwame coming back from an offside position. Leaves it completely, and this is Edwin Vegas. Danston Fernandez. It's now or never for Dempo Sports Club right now. This is Richard Cardoz on the right hand side for Dempo. The ball comes in, chested down by Pedro Gonzalez, trying to make space for him, and picks it up for Uttam Rai, and then the header comes in from Daryl Mascarenas, but it has been not Daryl Mascarenas, I beg your pardon. This was being played back to Melroy. This is Edwin Vegas. Suraj threads it through for Pedro Gonzalez, puts the cross in, and again into the safe hands of Paramveer. How many times have we seen that today? A cross from the Dempo wing comes straight into the hands of Paramveer Singh. It's been a long time since there has been a break of play, and the header is straight to Danston Fernandez, and the next break of play should be a cooling break by the referee, and it is 77 minutes on the clock. The referee signals for a cooling break. It is still the half-time score. 30 minutes into the second half. It is Calangute Association 2, Dempo Sports Club 0. It has been an absolutely phenomenal experience to see Calangute Association. Here's that first goal from Calangute. Siddhant Shirodkar chipping it over Melroy, and then there is this goal from Kwame Jr. from that cross of Siddhant Kundaikar rather, and there you see that extravagant celebration. Only he can do that, Kwame Jr. The celebrations are there for all to see. Kwame Jr. there in your picture. He has been also quite brilliant today for Calangute Association. Forward play at its very best, holding up play for his team, shielding the ball from the Dempo players, and then brilliant movement, getting onto that magnificent cross from Siddharth Kundaikar. Play will restart with a Calangute Association throw-in with Fulganco Cardozo. Fulganco throws it, but it's gonna be another retake because the ball was already outside. Fulganco Cardozo throws it. This is Rohan Kamble against Kirtikesh. Plays it back to Daryl Mascarenas. This is Daryl. Plays it back to Melroy Fernandez. Melroy. Perez. This is Kirtikesh in the middle. Plays it down the right hand side to Daryl. Richard Cardoz. Richard keeps it in. Plays it to Daryl, moving in. Kirtikesh again. This is Daryl Costa chipping it over Richard Cardoz, doing well, but it's going to be shielded off by Fulganco. Very strong Fulganco Cardozo, expertly done against Pedro Gonzalez. A very strong customer, Fulganco Cardozo. Paramveer is going to take this long kick. Danston with the header, falls to Kirtikesh. Dempo shading the possession in the second half, but not creating enough. You can't say that they didn't have the chances to come back. Edwin Vegas with that free header, but putting it over the post of Paramveer. This is Daryl Mascarenas in attack for Dempo. Plays it to Kirtikesh, who wins the free kick against Rohan Kamble. Referee just warning Rohan Kamble there. Suraj Hatkonkar is standing over this free kick. Can Dempo get back into this match with 8.5 minutes to go? Rohan Kamble has to be careful, continuously arguing with the referee. He knows better than that. So Suraj Hatkonkar with the free kick. What a disappointing effort at the end of it. Going for glory rather than looking to find a teammate, and Paramveer will take that all day long. This is Paramveer. Takes the long kick. And the flick on from Rohan Kamble is headed out by Perez, and then Uttam Rai rises. It's straight to Perez. And a poor ball from Perez goes straight to Paramveer. Being chased down by Uttam Rai. Paramveer will kick it up long. Again, he will be looking to find Kwame Jr. with this kick. Instead, he finds Daryl Costa, who has been pulled back by the referee. It'll be interesting to see why the whistle had gone. And it is because Kwame Jr. has stayed on the ground as he is being stretchered off in the field, and this could be bad news for Calangute Association. I think they have this match in the bag, but when I talk about this could be trouble for Calangute Association, I say that in context for the upcoming matches for Calangute Association, because they really look like a team which could challenge for the title in the form that they are in, and Kwame Jr. is a man who is a big piece in that puzzle for Calangute Association, and Valentin Ezuego. Valentin Ezuego just reading Mark Jr. as a substitute in place of Kwame Jr. A pacey customer, Mark Jr., but doesn't have the movement intelligence of Kwame Jr. But the substitution has been made by Valentin Ezuego. Mark Jr. has come on in place of Kwame Jr. There is that man, Mark Harrison Jr. As Dempo has won another free kick in a dangerous position with 5 minutes left to play. Paramveer all focused to not let Dempo Sports Club come back into this match. We haven't seen great free kicks from Dempo Sports Club, and this is Pedro Gonzalez and Suraj Hatkonkar, the two substitutes, standing over the ball. Can they call this around the wall or just get it over the wall? They do, and that is the comeback! Suraj Hatkonkar does get it up and over the wall into the bottom corner of Paramveer's goal in a match where Dempo Sports Club have not had an inch given by Calangute Association. The ball has gone into the goal from Suraj Hatkonkar. We know what he's capable of from free kicks, but looking back at that free kick, just look at the wall of Calangute Association with absolutely no jump in that wall. That would have been straight into the wall of Calangute Association if there was at least an inch of a jump from Mark Harrison and the others on the wall, but that is amateurish stuff from Calangute Association, who have been so impressive so far today, and it just requires one silly mistake for them to get back into this match. And what a grandstand finish we have now on our hands at the Dulher Stadium. It is DEMPO Sports Club 1, Calangute Association 2. It is game on with 3 minutes plus injury time to play at the Dulher Stadium in the Selwell Goa Professional League. This is Mark Jr. Mark tries to volley that in, and then the shouts go up, and Edwin Vegas gets the yellow card as his foot was up. He walks away. That's the first yellow for him in the match, as Mark Jr. tries to take that shot in, just trying to explain to them. We'll see what happened, and as Mark Jr. tries to take that shot on, and Edwin Vegas comes in with a high foot, and this time in a very similar position to that free kick that Suraj Hatkonkar just took a minute back to score the goal, which has DEMPO back into the match. Calangute Association has a free kick in a similar position. What can Calangute do? Can they get a third goal today? It has really been their game for 85 minutes. But on the mark of the 86th minute, Calangute Association one mistake and DEMPO Sports Club are right back into the game. And Calangute Association's second foreigner will be stretchered off, Mark Jr., who just came on in place of Kwame Jr. We're just hoping that he will be able to come back into the game, but is being stretched off the field right now. Not that I think Edwin Vegas really would bother about that, but that indeed was a very bad tackle. And this is Rohan Kamble, Nixon Castagna, all standing over this ball. Nixon has hit the post from here before. Nixon Castagna tries to curl it in. It has gone over the bar. What can DEMPO Sports Club do? Can they get a second goal in? They will have some added on time, but this is Daryl Costa who strips Daryl Mascarenhas off the ball. And then Daryl Mascarenhas wins it back off a hapless Daryl Costa, who didn't know what to do with the ball exactly. This is Richard Cardo's 4 minutes of added time given by the assistant referee, with Siddharth Kundaikar on the ball. Plays it long. This is Mark Jr. who's back on the field. This is Rohan Kamble. Pedro Gonzalez plays it, and then the cross comes in straight into the hands of Paramveer Singh. Desmond Pereira was the man with the crossing, and then now Nixon Castagna has gone onto the ground and the stretcher comes in again. The stretcher boy is having quite a day on the field right now, having had to carry 3 players in quick succession out of the field on a stretcher. That's allowed the referee. Actually, I would give credit to the referee for allowing play to continue and not wasting too much of time, really. This is Mark Jr. who chests it down, plays it to Rohan Kamble, and then plays it. Mark Jr. is through on goal, and he's missed the goal. That would have been game, set and match for Calangute Association. Look at the speed of football from Mark and Rohan Kamble. That's a beautifully played ball by Rohan Kamble, and then Mark Jr. really should be doing so much better than that. It has still DEMPO Sports Club in the match. Suraj Hatkonkar will take this corner kick. Has the moment arrived for DEMPO Sports Club? It is a nervous Calangute Association team right now, but they defended well again. Puts it out. This is Kritikesh Gadekar. Suraj plays a nice ball to Daryl, and Fulganko comes up and shields the ball off Daryl Mascarenhas. It goes out for a Paramveer goal kick. Mark Jr., he really should have been on the score sheet. He hasn't scored a goal in this year's Selvar Goa Professional League. But I remember going back to that match. I don't quite remember against who, but he had the chance in that first half where he should have scored at least 4 goals in a first half performance. I think that game was against Guardian Angel, if I'm not too mistaken. But this is what I mean when Kwame Jr. is missing in the ranks. That finishing touch is really missing from the likes of Calangute Association. Kwame Jr. and Siddharth Shirotkar really complement each other with their movements. But in the meantime, into the last 10 seconds of added on time, as this ball comes into Edwin Vegas, there are a lot of cheers around the ground, and as the final whistle goes from the referee, the DEMPO players sink to the ground. But it's jubilation for Calangute Association in the red jersey, as a shell-shocked DEMPO Sports Club bench remains seated. They cannot believe what they have seen today.
Tomorrow's match of the
Samir Naik having a go at his players.
Hatkonkar Football Club versus Vasco Sports Club.
There you see a smiling and all smile Siddharth Shirotkar. Kwame Jr. just he seems fine, and then Samir Naik really having a go at his players. He's shocked at what he's seen today. A jubilant Calangute Association team, a victorious Calangute Association team. What an afternoon this has been for the men in red, as we see a dejected team in blue, DEMPO Sports Club. They do not know what hit them today. Calangute Association, with the likes of Kwame Jr. and Siddharth Shirotkar, has beaten DEMPO Sports Club 2-1 at full time at the Dulay Stadium in an exciting encounter which has come to an end. And that at the end of the match, if you thought this was it, we have a blockbuster affair tomorrow. The two teams today, the Greens Salgaonkar Football Club and the Reds Youth Club of Manora. What a big game we have today at the Dulay Stadium. We have seen Youth Club of Manora put on spirited displays. This is Caetano Aniston. G with the header. Oh, Leon, that was a brilliant header. Jason De Mello gets down. That is a very early chance. Could have been one of the fastest goals. Lewis gives it away. This is Stephen Satalko again. That is brilliant from Stephen.